What's up everyone, Mario here with Nickel Prints again. Here on this channel, I teach you how to start and grow your own t-shirt business, as well as give you some tips and tricks on how to take it to the next level and help you avoid a lot of the mistakes that I made when starting, as well as spend as much money as I did. Today we're going to continue with part 2 on how to start your own online t-shirt business. For this series, I decided to use Big Cartel. Today we're going to go over editing the theme and look of your website, as well as adding your first product. If this is your first time watching and you missed part 1, make sure to check that out first. In that video, I explained how to open your store on Big Cartel, as well as getting a custom domain for it, like www.yournamehere.com. The link for that will be in the description below. Before we actually start the video, I just want to remind you to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos on starting your own business, starting your own t-shirt business, designing your shirts, and all my tips and tricks. If there's anything that you find confusing, or if there's anything that you want me to cover that I might miss, make sure to leave a comment down below. So let's get to it. Today we're going to cover the theme as well as adding a product. Okay, so we're going to start by adding a product first. First, you're going to click on over to the products tab. And then for you, this will probably all be empty if this is your first one that you're adding. So what you're going to do here is click on the plus button and add a product. I'll take you to this page where you're going to fill out everything you need for the product. First, I'm going to click my plus sign and add my images. The way I'm doing this is I have one square highlighting the design and then a couple of mock-ups afterwards. This particular design I'm only offering in black, so I don't have a white shirt as a mock-up. For the product name, personally, I keep things pretty simple but descriptive. So in this case, my title will be Antisocial Girl Wearing Mask Anime Shirt. The description, for the description, I don't put too much on here. I just put keywords that could help with SEO, and then a rewrite of the title in a more conversational way, if that makes sense. Something that's more fun to read than just Antisocial Girl Wearing Mask Anime. So for this, let's put something like, some people don't mind wearing a mask. Not because of a deadly virus or anything, but because we just don't like people seeing us, period. Then I also go ahead and put what it's made out of. It's made out of 100% cotton. It's a unisex fit. And I always think it's pretty cool to tell people that their shirts are printed and pressed the moment that they order it, so that they know it's made just for them. Categories. So I already have a bunch of categories written down. This is pretty much what's going to categorize all of your product. So as you can tell, I here have shirts, which is pretty much for everything. I eventually plan on adding some tumblers, sweaters, and a few other things. So I'll have those in their own categories. Under it, I have the actual description of whatever it may be. So a bunch of 420 shirts, some shirts with animals on them, some with anime, some that are goth, some kawaii ones. And to add one, it's really simple. Just click on Manage Categories and click on the little plus button all the way at the bottom and just name it. Then you can rearrange all of them simply by clicking on these arrows and dragging and dropping. I like to keep everything pretty organized, so I have it all in alphabetical order except main categories, which would be up here, which are going to be shirts, eventually hoodies, tumblers, etc. Let's go ahead and click save, and then this is going to go under shirts as well as anime and goth. Shipping profile. For me, I have my default shipping profile, which is free shipping. I don't charge shipping for any of my shirts. The price is added to the total of the shirt. Options. So this one took me a little bit to figure out. It's actually really simple. Individual options, you'll be adding them just one by one, which is a lot more complicated if you have different variations such as size as well as color. You're going to be here clicking the plus button nonstop, and it groups them all into just one category. What do I mean? I mean, if you add, let's say, 3 different ones here, over here you're going to get the 3 different options as just one grouped option. Whereas if we add a grouped option, we can set a group name of size, and then size name will be small. Extra, extra large. And then we can add a second one for color. We hit continue, done. Now what that does is instead of giving you just one option, it'll give you the option for size, small through extra, extra large, and then select your color, black or white. Now this shirt I only offer in black, so I'm going to go ahead and take off the white. I'm just going to delete the entire option group on this part. Alright, so we have everything set up. Oh, we didn't add the price. The price you just add here, whatever you want to do. You can click on sale and it'll tell you on the website if it's on sale. Like this, it'll give that little red bar on top that says on sale so people know, which it's not. So Default tax code, I didn't touch any of that. From what I noticed, Big Cartel is already collecting taxes on my orders, so I don't have to worry about that. We have everything set up, our categories, the status is active, hidden, sold out, coming soon. Coming soon, you could do for pre-orders, sold out, obviously if it's sold out. Hidden, it won't show on the website, and active, you can add to cart. You want to preview it, you can just click on that URL preview, but I already know what it looks like, so I'm going to hit save. And that's it. Let's check it out. There we have our antisocial design and the mockup. Go ahead and choose your size, extra large, add to cart. You see? Really simple. Now let's mess with the overall look of the website and let's customize the theme. Go back to our dashboard. Now we're going to click on the little account tab on the top right, and under your shop, we're going to go ahead and click on design. That brings us to our theme editor. Now I'm not going to save any of the changes that I made because I worked a lot on this. First, you have the themes all the way here in the top left. You can use any of these themes that are here. These are all free for you to use. I have seen websites that you can go to and then you pay for quote unquote premium themes, which from what I'm picking up really is just all custom code, because I didn't see any way of purchasing more themes that are official with Big Cartel other than these. So this is one of the ways that Big Cartel is kind of limited. So if you look through all this, you can go ahead and find one that you like. If you don't want to apply it immediately, what you can do is click on tips and examples. Once you're here, it'll give you some information and features on the theme. Then you can click on view demo store and you can see what it looks like. So in this one, you'd be able to edit all of this, edit the text, edit the background, the logo that's up here in the top left. Sure, it'll just take you to all this. Now the one that I'm using is the Ranger theme. The way it originally looks is like this. It's not really a big difference, just the logos that I changed up and a few of the colors. I actually really liked how it looks the way I have it, and I'm not really good at design, so I figured it looks nice, it doesn't look ugly, it doesn't look cheap. Let's go back to the theme settings. Now we're going to click on the actual settings once you choose your theme. Under header logo, you're going to be able to change the header, which is this right here. It gives you the specifications. In this case, it's 1200 by 800. Not all themes will have a header. That's why it's important to test them out, take a look at them, check out the examples, see which one you like. Here on the side, you're going to have colors for pretty much everything on the site. You have the color for the background, the content, the accents, the text, the accent text. In order to change it, you can either change the code or click on it and choose. Oh, that's definitely not being saved. Discard. You can also change your fonts down here. You can add an announcement text, which is this banner that's up here. It displays on every page on your website. You can add a welcome header or a welcome subheader, which will place the text right here. The accent pattern style, I think, is specific to the theme that I'm using. This is the pattern that's behind the banner, which is not shown because the banner takes up the whole space now. Enabling collections in this case will get rid of your products dropdown. So it'll just add collections, and then when you click on it, it'll take you to a page with all of the collections that you have. I don't like that. I prefer to have the drop down. Either way, I have the home page set up to display all of the collections that I have. So you can click on either one of these or just go under products. Navigation items, this I actually haven't messed with too much. Featured item types, which is this right here. You can either set to categories, which is the way I have it. So it'll show the categories, the shirts, 420, animals. Or you can switch it over to products, which in turn will show all your most recent products. Featured items is this row here. I have it set to 100. So after 100 categories, down here will give me a second page. Product grid image style, you can either crop to square, which is the way I have it, or fit to square. What fit to square will do is, if you don't have your images already set to a square, it'll shrink whatever image you have into a square. In my case, it's not going to do anything because I make all my thumbnails already as squares. Products per page. This will control how many products will be inside the collections. So let's go into the Namaste. It'll show up to 20 products here before it gives us a page 2. Price display, currency sign, or currency code assign. I'm not exactly sure what currency code assign means, but currency sign is just dollars. It makes it so much easier. Why complicate things? Then you can put your social handles. You can put your Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, or Pinterest. Fortunately, they don't have one for TikTok. And that will come up down here. Now let's go to pages. Under pages, you can create a separate page that doesn't have anything to do with your actual products. In my case, I used it to create a returns section. So when you click onto the returns, it'll give you our return policy. The pages are placed on the footer down here under pages. And don't think I came up with this whole thing myself. I actually went to a generator for this. I'm not good with any of that legal mumbo jumbo. So what I did is I found a return and refund policy generator, which is this right here. I'll have the link to it down in the description below. And here you can just click on generate return policy, add the information it asks you for, and copy and paste here, and that's it. Now we can go ahead and discard any changes that we might have accidentally made. And then the last tab that we have here is the code tab. Here you can mess with the HTML and CSS, which is the code of the website. Unless you know what you're doing, I recommend stay away from this section. If you click on layout and then you delete something by accident, it can really mess up the look of the website itself or even the functionality. One of the only reasons that we're going to go into this in a future video is to set up Google Analytics and a Facebook pixel, but that's for a totally different video, so we'll go over that at a later date. Now another thing you can see here on the design section of Big Cartel, on the top left you have the hide sidebar. You can click on that so that way you can get rid of that little sidebar and see more or less what it's going to start looking like. On the top right you also have some navigation, so you can click on this and then go to any of your pages, and you have all the way at the far right the way it's going to be displayed. You can click on this and then either see it the way it would look on a desktop, a tablet, or a phone. So as you can see, editing the theme on Big Cartel is super simple, and so is adding a product. There are a few things that I wish Big Cartel offered, but we'll get into that in a separate video, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Huge thank you to everyone for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you being here. Hopefully you find all of this information useful, and if you do, make sure to like and please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me, it really helps the channel, and it tells me that you guys are actually finding this stuff useful and that you like all of my information. Leave a comment down below with something that you'd like me to cover, or if there's anything that I missed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.